mean, they say, I don't say, or let's say so, okay?
Yeah.
And the same person just cannot represent that experience when he is coming across the so-called sense-bound reality of life, work, activities and relationships. For instance, I have noticed even in the trainees, I train them to rediscover or discover, create, innovate their perceptions about themselves. They're established so many years of, from 3 to 15 years of reinforced the perceptions about their own self. Their own self. I am linking their awareness, their consciousness with those great potentials in them. After opening it up. But they don't engage this with the training experience. So that engaged perception is the most critical. Get the point? This is what I want to include in that book. For example, the most important at a higher level, people talk about energy. Energy of the house, energy of the flower, energy of the plants, that person has an energy field and so on and so forth. This they know very well. But in an actual life situation, they cannot do that engaging properly because this is at a little more deeper level of orbits. Because these energies are really invisible. So they cannot quickly engage it. When they say that the entire universe is alive, every plant is alive, and every plant and bird and insect and creature is an integral part of the universal spirit on one side, they are not able to engage. Therefore, they are not able to interact properly with people, interact properly with other creatures, interact properly with plants, PLANTS plants, and they are not able to interact properly with their own selves. For example, they know, for example in India, everybody talks about Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. I am that, this. And they listen to a number of super mystics like Sai Baba, or Amritanandamayi, or Jaggi Vasudev, or Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, or Ramdev, or Chinmayanand in the past, Ranganatha Swami, and so on and so forth. But they are not properly able to engage their own expressions with the so-called Brahmasmi in their ahams. Because they are all at a very subtle level. You need that training and that rigorous experience of their powers of the intellect to go beyond the visible and invisible and the hidden and even the subtle. That Aham Brahmasmi is at the subtlest level. Even beyond the subtle, like Shivamai you said, that Brahman is at the center of the wheel and the emptiness of the wheel.
But the most of the problem is because there is the continuity of the process. Though the linkaging happens at a given moment, the linkaging is not maintained and continued in all the activities.
Yeah, that's what I said. That requires practice.
But that practice is not in a single thing, So, for example, a person can engage with looking at every people with love. but he may forget many other things, or she may forget many other things, because practice here is not in one. It is not in a single way. It is like n-dimensional. Yeah, it is like n-dimensional. Whatever you do, that linkage has to be maintained. So probably the practice is different for every case.
Exactly. That question arises because again there is a technical learning that you have to apply this. It is not about conscious applying of a linkage perception. That's why the so-called self-perception, self-discovery. When you discover the real nature of that original infant in you, that original intelligence, original intellection of you, like a child, you will be able to relate. You don't have to be consciously planning, oh, now I have to be linkaging this, therefore let me linkage. Oh, today morning I had gone to the temple and worshipped and I related with my deity and therefore I should be like that. It's not a conscious application of a technical knowledge. That's what we call about the Tao, the tuning, that integrated tuning of our understanding. So when you see that original nature of you, it's at a higher level. Let us talk about the beginning little steps of consciously linkaging at least. So that gradually, that you are talking, Shivami, you are now talking about that natural expression of behaviors according to the linkages perceived on the basis of an ongoing experience of the reality, okay? That's when that thing is itself. Okay, the rose is a rose is a rose. A ball bounces back wherever it hits. It's not that I remember, it remembers. When I hit the ground, I should rebound like this. When I hit the wall, I should rebound like this. When I hit a rubber place, I should rebound like this. Okay? When I hit on a hard surface, I should rebound like this. It is not by that. It is the quality and the property and the functional tendencies of the rubber ball. Get the point? So, this is about achieving that quality, the original quality of your intellect, which is like this only. It is like this only because that's the way of the universe. Every cell of the body is clearly defined and separated by the clear-cut, perfect, creative functioning of its cell memory. Yet, it is an integral part of every other cells. Like the spider at the center. It can go to any position of its network at any point of time.
Yeah.
When you are already at one position in the graph of the spider network, which many people are trapped in, then they have to consciously remember, now I have to jump onto this axis and represent this value. Oh, no, something like this is happening. I have to jump on this axis and represent this value. Get the point? When you are in the center of it, you are that rubber ball. You are that rose, it's a rose, it's a rose. Whether you are on the head of a marvelously elegant female, or in the hands of a mediocre person, or even in the hands of a criminal, or on the roadside, the rose is a rose, is a rose. So that's the level which we are talking about, Shivami. I am not going to that. That's all ultimate, of course. What I am talking is, at least once in a while, remember this. Do some actual exercise on discovering and identifying the linkages, like the Infosys guys or other guys who, for the point of time when the linkages are shown, they perceive it, okay. But they have to do some practicing. So that perception becomes the methodology, what I call the methodology of our perception. We will talk about this methodology in our perception, which is incidental at a later time of discussion, okay?
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
Thank you.